Hey BrewTube, AZ Homebrewer here, coming back at you with another video. This time it's not a brew video. This time it's more of a show off of something I made. If any of you guys are familiar with the son of a fermentation chamber, this is more or less a play on it. I had to make a bigger version of it to basically hold a conical fermenter in it, because that's going to be the only way I could control temp with a conical. So I hope you enjoy this video. So here it is, inside my beer closet. You can see all my beer related stuff everywhere. And the sucker is pretty big. I actually had to wind up putting a hole through the wall, unfortunately the wrong side, of the stud to connect my power to it. But wanted to make sure had an STC 1000. This is a one probe temp, I guess, so it only does a one cold or a hot, vice versa, one or the other. Instead of it heats up and cools down, it just does one or the other. Made sure I had a kill switch in it, because this is a DC current version right here. DC that, or AC converts to DC. I think this is normally a laptop type of control box, but this is it. Basically, I got the plans for the most part from, and I'm sure if you Google it, the son of a fermentation chamber, you can find the plans online. It's in the PDF file. The guy that made it years ago. It's pretty simple, self-explanatory. I just had to modify mine a little bit bigger and taller so it would fit everything. So for the people that hate styrofoam smell or sounds, I do apologize. So this is the top of it. Okay, in here, I don't know if in there, you can see a gallon jug, frozen jug. And because of the height, I have to put this drawstring on it. So that's a frozen bottle that I just changed out. The other side is another frozen bottle. It's about a half gallon. So on the top, basically how it goes is this wall right here in the center, there's a hole at the bottom. So basically, because of this DC fan that comes out, pushes out cold air into this main chamber, and the warm air gets sucked up through here, down, and then back up through all the frozen bottles, and hence chills the air again. So, but I have all this taped off. This is the normal window sealing kind of stuff. I forget the actual name of it. And so the main chamber, this I have in here right now is a mead that I pitched about a week or so ago. But once again, some my modifications weren't quite right, so I actually kind of cut a hole out halfway through this wall. This is 2-inch thick foam, by the way, for this thing to fit through. So I also had to wind up making a stand for this thing for the hooks. Okay, that's a hook on one end, hook on the other. So that's for most part the gist of it for this thing, and it's worked very well so far for how far I've used it. I've had this thing about as low as 20 degrees below normal room temperature, because right now it's about 78 degrees in the house, and this was 62.2 at the as of right now. I have my probe coming out into here. I have some tissue paper, toilet paper, kind of keeping it inside there. There's a brass plug that comes in right there, and that's able to test the inside temperature of our wort or must or whatnot. So if you're familiar with the conical, you know that after a while you can remove this part from the rest of the conical to get rid of the trub and everything else. This is essentially a primary and a secondary all in one. When it comes time to doing a bottling process, I'll revisit this, because basically I'm going to have to take this whole thing off, take out the stand, put it up higher up somewhere, put this back on it, and then that way I have an attachment right up here that allows you to drain it into a keg or anything else like that. So once again, this is basically my version of the fermentation chamber. I'm happy with it so far. I do wish that I had a bigger beer closet, because having to get through this little area with a big boy like myself to get back here and mess with everything else that I have, all the supplies. Well, and all you homebrewers would know that what kind of supplies and extras and whatnot you have. So hope you enjoyed this video. This is AZ Homebrewer. If you got any questions, go and drop it down below in the comments, and I'll try to answer as fast as possible. Thank you.